Right, welcome to my spoiler review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. This will be accompanied by a spoiler-free review, which I'll leave linked above. They'll both be released at the same time, so take or leave which one you want to watch. But this one will be full-on spoilers, so please just click off the video if you don't want to watch it. Now, I've just got back. It is 3 AM. This was a midnight showing in the UK, which means all the fans were there, and me. Just as a bit of background, I like the original trilogy. I like those movies. I think they are good films, very, very good films from many, many perspectives, narratively, cinematography-wise. Just a 3-movie arc. It's probably one of the best trilogies out there. You know, second to probably, well, not even second, but, you know, with the likes of, say, The Lord of the Rings, films like that, they're very, very good trilogies. Now, the new trilogy, this thing with Disney, yeah, this is not a good end. But let's talk about the good, right? Because there are some good elements to this film. The practical effects that they have with the puppetry work is very, very decent. They have spent a lot of money, and that takes me on to the second good thing about this film. It looks great, right? J.J. Abrams can make a great looking film. There's a lot to like in terms of visual. If you're all about eye candy, this film looks the part. But I wouldn't say that that's saying too much, considering it would have had a crap ton of money thrown at it. Now, let's get to the bad because, I mean, that's basically it, right? That is basically it. There's not too much else which is particularly good about this film. But I will say on the caveat, actually, before I just tear this one a new one, because I am going to rant and rave about this film because it's fucking terrible for many reasons. If you like Rey, you will love this film. Okay? Through and through. Genuinely. If you love Rey and you like what she's all about, you will love this film. Because it's all about Rey. This is the rise of Rey. The rise of, I don't know. I mean, I've had so many different funny names for this film in my head on my drive back home. I'm kind of a bit, you know, mullered by it all right now. So yeah, look, if you're a fan of the new trilogy and you like Rey, crack on. You will fucking love this. It's all about Rey, the OP. Anyway, so look, I've nicknamed this film The Rise of Skank Dyker. And that's not a slight on Rey or anything like that. I just think this film is, I don't know, it's a travesty. It's so bad. It's filled with member berries. Oh, good lord. The member berries flow. It's not let the hate flow today. No. Let the member berries flow. If you've not been introduced to my Palpatine voice, that's my Palpatine voice, which is very relevant today, because guess who's back? Back again. Palpatine. Tell all your friends, so you can warn them not to watch this fucking pile of shit. Oh, so bad. It doesn't deliver on any level. If you like The Force Awakens and you enjoyed what they set up in that film, right, you will not like this film. Because they don't deliver on it. And I did a video earlier on today, which was The Rise of Skywalker is rotten, right? Because that's what it's certified on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment. And in that video, I said the main problem behind this is the mismanagement at the top. Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger. It doesn't matter who, right? But it's the top. You can't blame JJ and you can't blame Rian Johnson. Right? Because ultimately they are the pawns of Disney. Disney is the emperor in this situation. You know, you do this for me, rise my apprentice. You know, all this kind of shit. And ultimately, it's the buck stops at Disney. They are the ones which have mismanaged this. They're the ones which have allowed J.J. Abrams to set up all these mystery boxes. Kathleen douchebag Kennedy allowed Rian Johnson to close them all off and leave you with utterly nowhere to go in the third film. And that's what happens here, right? All the leaks are true, ladies and gents. Every single last leak is true, basically. I'd say about 95% of them. There's like a little bit off here and there with respect to, say, like C-3PO. He doesn't start wielding guns and things like that. But every single leak was true. So everyone that doubted me when I said, look, MakingStarWars.net has had some legitimate things in the past. Jedi Paxis has had some legitimate things in the past. You know, you put it 2 and 2 together, compare it with the trailers. It's looking likely. People were like, shut up, Mr. H. It's fan fiction. What are you talking about? No, mate. Every last leak is true. So let's talk about it from start to finish, right? Because this film is a joke. There is nothing good about this film. Snoke? Who is he? Who cares? It's explained away like that. The Emperor made him. And he's got like a farm of them. He's just farming Snokes. Fucking farming for Snokes, mate. He's a Snoke farmer. Seriously, there's jars full of them. It's like pickled Snokes up in this place. It's incredible. Why? What? Okay. Knights of Ren? Not explained. They die like a bunch of bitches as well. They don't do anything. The whole movie, they lurk around. They're there. Also, their ship seems to be like flying on diesel because that is kicking out some black smoke. You talk about trying to be, hiding and stuff like that. A ship following you, kicking out black smoke, you're gonna see it. And also, like I say, there's this looming threat in the background. This whole movie, they're like following our heroes around and things like this. I use the term heroes very lightly. They're following everyone around, and then they just die at the end. Nothing else. No reveal. No explanation. They're dead. Terrible. How's Palpatine back? Well, look, apparently he's died before. Okay, then. Okay, mate. Who is he then? Is he Darth Plagueis? Who is he? No, unexplained. How's he had time to jack his little Jimmy away and have kids? Unexplained. But apparently he had a son who gave birth to Rey. Anyway, story-wise, right? Oh, God. Honestly, I can't. Like, it's just so bad. It's so bad. It doesn't explain anything. It doesn't explain anything. And it's... like, people will start... the media's spin on this will be... well, Disney was trying to please all the fans. The people who deem themselves the fandom menace. All this kind of crap. I don't subscribe to those people. I don't subscribe to that belief system. I don't care about them. I don't give a shit. But I do know that the media and Disney's get out for this film being terrible will be... well, we tried to please them. Blame them, I guess. Where in actuality, no. You didn't do a proper story arc from first to second. And because of that mismanagement, you've left yourself nowhere to go with the third film. And like I say, visually the film looks good, but is that high praise when you're spending close to $1 billion on this, or some insanity amount of money? No, not really. It should look good. And God, story-wise, right? Let me get to it. Right, story-wise, we open exactly as the leaks explained. Kylo Ren on a red planet killing natives. He finds the Doctor Who shaped Doctor Who prop, the Wayfinder. And yes, it does look like it belongs on Doctor Who. And yes, it does look like a 5-year-old made it out of paper or papier-mâché, whatever you want to call it. It looks like dog's bollocks. It's horrendous. It's so bad. And I don't mean the dog's bollocks as in Cockney rhyming slang as that's awesome. I mean, it just looks like shit. It's terrible. He plugs it in, no less, with what looks like auxiliary cords, into his TIE fighter, and he zooms off to go find the Emperor. Alright, he finds the Emperor, and like I say, it's explained instantly. We see pickled Snokes. They're all in a bunch of jars. They're farming the Snokes. He created him. Snoke trained him well. But not only that, ladies and gents. Are they making Snokes? But then the Emperor says he's been every voice inside your head. And he does all the voices, as per the trailer. Does Snoke's voice, does his voice, does Darth Vader's voice. All this kind of stuff, right? And you think to yourself, well, that kind of contradicts the fact that you made Snoke then. If you are Snoke, what are you doing? Did you have your hand up Snoke's bum, moving around like a puppet? Because you weren't projecting your spirit into him, because you've had your own body this whole time. Bearing in mind, ladies and gents, the Emperor does not look like he did when he died. It's as if they forgot to go back and look at the last film where he died to go and see what he looked like. He's got no prosthetics on. He's got a bit of makeup. What? He looked like a shriveled maggot when he died. What's happened? Why doesn't he look like a shriveled maggot? No idea. But apparently, in death, the Emperor's looking quite sprightly, son. He's looking alright. Apparently. So then the Emperor's obviously like, go find me the girl. So obviously, you know, Kylo buggers off, tries to find the girl. We flash to some just total not... It's just, I can't even. It's so bad. It goes nowhere. It does nothing. It's just flashback, flash forward. We get a bit of Reylo love. Kylo Ren kills himself at the end, sacrifices himself for Rey. Rey pronounces herself Rey Skywalker, even though she's Rey Palpatino. Rose Tico. Oh my god. Rose. Tiki. Tico. Disney don't like you anymore, do they? You're a background character, love. You're literally not in it. The new characters are more in it than the characters which were set up and established in the second film. Way to go, Disney. Basically, it's just this hunt for this Wayfinder nonsense. And I know it sounds like I'm not making any sense, but the film just... It goes at a breakneck pace of needless... Of what? I say needless. It's literally exposition city. It's just exposition. Consistent, constantly exposition. And ultimately comes to this big grand... Oh my god! Not even that, sorry. I've skipped. And I know. You're going to hate me for it. But Jesus Christ. So the Emperor, when he's talking to Kylo Ren... He goes, yes, and I've made my fleet. We've got the final order. Final order. JJ, did your 5-year-old son come up with that name? My dog can come up with better names than that. Can't you, Jasper? Can't you? Yes, you can. My dog can come up with better names than the final order. That's what he calls his fleet, the final order. Is it your final order? Are the ships the final... What is it? Is it the final order of... What? Doesn't make any sense, mate. Not only that, they're all buried underneath this planet on Exegol. How? This film shits the bed the moment you think about it. And you can't deny it. Even those people that really like Rey and really like this new trilogy, if you engage your brain for more than just a millisecond, this film just sodomizes itself. It is so bad, so filled with... I'm lost for words. How do people get paid millions for this? How do they get paid millions for this? There's literally no justice in the world. There's no justice in the world. It's trash. It's so bad. You really don't need to go out and watch this. I came out the theatre. Bearing in mind, I watched a midnight showing, right? I came out the theatre. These are hardcore fans. They're all dressed up, for God's sake, right? They look like tits. And they are bad-mouthing the film. They're like, oh, so Snoke was nobody. Emperor's back, is he? How they explain that? These are these, Disney, are your locked-in group. These are the ones which you've got the money of. And they hated it. They're laughing at you. And that's the take-home. Just don't watch this film. It's so bad. I need to sit on a stream with someone to talk about this film. Because... I'm not going to do a lot of justice by doing even this spoiler review. There's just so much crap going on that unless you sit there and you take notes, you're never going to remember it all. I could pull up the leaks and it's all there. God, it's so bad. The power of love saves Rey and Kylo. Alright then, mate. No worries. Sith Dagger, do you like that? This is one of them in there. Exegol, home planet of the Sith, apparently. Thousands, millions of Sith acolytes there. Apparently they all vanish. Oh, do you know how the Emperor dies? Force lightning projected back at him. He dissolves away like a effervescent vitamin in water. His whole plan all along was for Rey to strike me down, and he was going to put his Force spirit into her. It's just fuck off. Fuck off. If you like this film, I don't like you. I just fuck this film. It's so bad. Anyway, if you've seen it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What is your honest opinion of this film? And don't sit there and go, "You've not seen it." You can't. I've seen it. All right, I've seen. I can go get my bloody ticket. I've seen it. It was trash. Love to hear it. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. I'm a little bit more coherent than this. Subscribers, please vouch for me down below in the comments. I normally make a lot more sense than this. But this film doesn't make sense. So it's very, very difficult to make a coherent video on. But anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Hit subscribe, smash like, show me that you like the video by liking it and sharing it. I've been Mr. H. Take care.